All right, good morning, YouTube world. 10:36 a.m. in Conway, South Carolina. It is November 3rd. Another beautiful day here in the South. Got a lot going on today. It's 50 degrees. Feels like 50 degrees. I'm going to try to make one of my first turkey shoots today. Not actually shooting a turkey. We're actually, I think you pay $5 or $10 and you get to shoot at a target with a shotgun, and whoever gets the best shot out of the center of a target gets a free turkey. So today I'm going to take a friend of mine down there, and we're going to go to our first turkey shoot. I've been trying to go to one for years, and this will be my first time going to a turkey shoot. But if you win, you could win a turkey or a ham. I like ham a little bit better, but I have 2 hams in the freezer right now. So if I win, I'll probably get a turkey. Oh, it's 54 degrees. I guess it warmed up a little bit since this morning. Winds are out of the northwest at 5 miles per hour. You got 7 miles visibility and 62% humidity. It's looking like it's going to be a wonderful day. Our forecast for today, 0% chance of rain. So high of 64. And tomorrow, high of 71. Monday, high of 74. And Tuesday, high of 76. So we're not getting into the cold temperatures yet. I still got a couple plants outside that are growing, and no frost has come yet for us. So I'm going to let them keep doing their thing. There are a couple plants, potted plants outside that I will bring in eventually. I'll have to keep an eye on the weather. I don't freeze them out before winter gets here. But today is my day off, so I've got a couple honey-do list items for myself to do. Went ahead and went grocery shopping yesterday and spent $150. I haven't gone grocery shopping in a minute because I've been out of town. So it's nice to have a fridge full of food again, and looking forward to doing a roast here in the next couple days. And maybe the following weekend I'll do one of those bone-in hams. I like to do it on the grill on low and put the burner on the opposite side of the grill and just let that thing go for 4 or 5 hours. And man, oh man, is it a nice ham. I'm almost through my first cup of Joe. Welcome to the room, whoever's in. We're having off and on winds. You'll see not much going on with the flag there right now. Laundry is on my list to do. All my work clothes are dirty. Had a pretty good week over at the Flying Fish. Last night, the restaurant filled up all 3 floors. I'd say we had all the tables sat at one time for maybe an hour and a half. We were projected to do 18,000 last night. I'm not sure if we hit that number, but I'm sure it was pretty close. I did kind of win some tickets to the Comedy Cabana in Myrtle Beach. They called me yesterday. I went to the Pauly Shore comedian. He's also been in Son-in-Law and quite a few actually other movies. Biodome, I remember that one. But got to see him in Waha while I was at the Comedy Cabana. You got to enter your name and do this glass bowl or something, and they draw your name. And I won 10 tickets to see Brad Trackman, comedian I have not seen before. So I've got myself and 2 others right now, and it looks like I've got 7 more slots to fill if I could get any other coworkers or friends of mine to go. They do have a 2-item minimum. So it's like 2 beers or a water and some nachos, or any 2 items minimum to go to the show. But it's $175 value. So yeah, I'll take it. Brad Trackman is a national touring comedian. It's featured on stand-ups, CBS, The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson, Comics Unleashed with Byron Allen, Star Search with Arsenio Hall, AXS TV's Gotham Comedy Live, MTV's The Buried Life, New Joke City with Robert Klein, NBC's Later, NBC's Friday Night, and numerous appearances on Comedy Central. So this should be a pretty good show. I always like to go over there and get a good laugh in. Helps for my morale anyway. Sometimes life can get you a little down and make you feel like a stick in the mud, but getting a good laugh in always helps me out, and I like to see others laugh as well. But yeah, it's 10:41. I've yet to have breakfast. I'm thinking some eggs, maybe some toast. Keep it simple this morning, and maybe have some people over this evening. I got my renter said they felt like coming over and sitting around a fire this evening and cooking some marshmallows and hot dogs, and maybe we'll do that. I don't know what time sunsets today. Probably 6 something. Let me see. Sunset today is at 6:22 p.m. So the turkey shoot, I believe, is 6 to 8. I couldn't find any information online, but I'll have to drive just down the road, take a look at that. My friend was just asking me about what time that started. So I'll be running over there to, oh, Patty, good morning. Good morning, Patty Gadberry. Comedians are great, aren't they? I've always kind of leaned towards the idea, oh, I might be able to do that, and it's kind of been my on my bucket list to get the nerve to try to do some stand-up stuff. But maybe one of these days I'll sit down and try to write something up and try to get through the sticklers. Yeah, there was several sticklers or what do you call them, hagglers at the Pauly Shore show, and there was 2 shows that night, and I almost wish I went to the second one because the first one had these ladies in there that were all drunk, and I recognized them from around town, local ladies that were in their 40s, and they should have known better, and they just kept harassing Pauly Shore, and it's like, why buy tickets if you're just going to harass the whole time you're there? And security eventually went over to the ladies and like, look, shut your mouth or you're going to have to go. So, yeah, that was a decent show, but it could have been better despite those hecklers there. Hecklers, one or the other. Oh. Walked out the back door and I saw some deer prints right outside the house. They walked right up to the house last night. I don't know if they're trying to eat some of my okra out of the garden or what, or they're probably looking for some type of food. I know they are running around quite a bit right now. The farmers are getting the crops out of the fields, and their little hiding places are getting slimmer and slimmer. Plus, a lot of this area is getting developed up quite quickly, so that's even shrinking their size down as well. My neighbor Adam will be off around 6 o'clock tonight. I believe him and his girlfriend will be joining us, sitting around the fire tonight. Maybe get a couple guitars out, play a little music, and just take her easy this evening. We have deer all over the place here. Yeah, Illinois too, where I just came from. The deer are large there. The deer here are very small in South Carolina. They don't have as much corn to eat as they do in Illinois. And some of those deer in Illinois, I think they're 250 to 300 pounds. They're just giants. And here they're nowhere near that. People call them Bambi down here because they are so small. But saw a couple possums coming into the neighborhood last night. They've been going over to the neighbor's house and eating the cat's cat food, which I'm not a big fan of a bunch of possums running around here. I can't leave any trash outside, like in the back of my truck or anything. They crawl up in there, or raccoons, or maybe it's cats. I don't really know, but I've had to keep trash bags in the back of my Pathfinder if I'm going to take them. Oh, your older son comes there every year to deer hunt. Nice. Yep, my oldest brother, he deer hunts in Illinois. He's kind of getting fewer and fewer spots to hunt as farmers are starting to lease the land out to people from Chicago, and these people will drive down or fly down. It's about a 4-hour drive from Chicago to my hometown, and those farmers lease it out for pretty good money. Those hunters are willing to pay it. So what land my brother used to hunt on, he can't any longer, and he keeps looking for a place to go. I saw old Alex Smallwood left a comment on one of my last videos. He was in the chat room, I believe the second or third day, and stuck with us through the whole fiasco of the shirt and towel through Hurricane Florence. And he commented that I shouldn't make my videos 10 hours long, and I just kind of commented and let him know that I left it open to let everyone see the links of the shirt and towel and how they were tearing, how they were coming along. He's like, why would anyone watch a 10-hour video? Well, you don't have to. You can fast forward with that little red ball on the timeline if you wanted to, if you were watching the video after it had been uploaded. There goes my neighbor there. She's probably heading in town to, I don't know, grab some breakfast or something there. All right, see another neighbor lady back there walking. Is she walking a dog or chasing off a cat? I don't know. Well, I got a couple things to do outside today. I want to cover up some holes that are going up underneath the trailer. There's some cats that have been trying to get it up underneath my trailer. And the last time I pulled some underpinning out, found two tiny little kittens underneath there. And I went over to Cindy's house and let her know that your cats are having babies under my home. So she brought over a clothes basket with a towel in there and got these two little kittens out of there. So I've got to cover up some holes. I don't want them running around trying to get in my air ducts, trying to stay warm in the wintertime or cool in the summertime. So last year I did have to get up underneath my trailer and put some new plastic up. When I bought this place, that plastic was already ripped out the bottom. So I repaired that last year, and I need to check again to see if any of that has fell and try to winterize the house before it starts getting too cold. I also have on my agenda, I don't think I'll get it in today, but I need to run over to my rental. They got a soft spot in the floor that needs the linoleum pulled back, and a new sheet of 1/2 inch or 3/8 plywood laid down, cut and laid down, put into position. Shouldn't take but a couple hours to do that, but filling that time gap today may not happen. I like to check in. I don't get around much and appreciate your broadcast. Thank you, Patty. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah. I enjoy doing it too. You know, I'm kind of new to it. I'm green at it, but I've got a lot of good feedback from some people, and some of my friends and family back home are enjoying it. They get to check in on me and see how I'm doing. All of my family's in Illinois, so it's nice that they can kind of just come into the room and say hello. Some of them think I need to be on here all day, but that's kind of not really possible. I got to live my life too. Plus, I work 5 or 6 days a week, depending on the week. So I don't have any kids, so that makes it a little easier. I don't have any pets, but at the same time, I still got my daily stuff to do. Patty, what state are you in again? I can't remember what state you said you were from. Further up north, I know you said you had some cooler weather than us in the 40s there. Missouri. That's right. Missouri. Yep. Yeah, my cousin Tracy, she lives over in St. Louis. Southeastern Missouri. Okay. Yeah, so you're probably not very far from my hometown, as Bowen, Illinois. Very, very small town, 400 people, I think it's the population now. Yeah, we used to go to Hannibal, Missouri quite often for Mark Twain Cave and for field trips, they would take us down there, and we got to go to Six Flags quite a bit. Our school would run us down to Six Flags, and that was always a good time. My cousin's wife is a huge Kansas City Chiefs fan. They've been doing quite well this year. They got a real young quarterback. I believe he's 23 or 24 years old, and he has been playing real well. Oh, you've been to Hannibal. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Mark Twain's Cave is a really neat place. I remember our class going in there, and they're like, all right, get ready. We're going to turn off the lights. And they turn off the lights, and they're like, all right, now put your hand in front of your face. See if you can see your hand. And it was pitch black. So those kids in the story, Huckleberry Finn and Tom Sawyer, they had to be pretty scared getting lost in that cave in the dark. Had to be quite a scary adventure. Bowling Green. Okay. Yeah. My brother and I just did a roofing job just west of Alexandria, Missouri, not far south of Keokuk, Iowa, straight down south. Yeah, that was an insurance job. They had brand new shingles on the place, and the shingles were only 2 years old, and a couple of them blew off, and insurance paid for a whole new roof. The first time I ever tore off a roof that was so new, but it didn't take long. We had 5 guys and got it tore off and put back on in one day. Yeah, moved a bunch of the Mark Twain historical things. Yeah, that was really neat. I remember as a 7th grader, I think we were, that when we went over there, you could buy little trinkets and gadgets and stuff. And I remember buying a little lantern, and I just thought that thing was so cool. You put some that lantern fuel in, and I remember other kids buying corncob pipes and sunglasses, and just little trinket stuff. Oh, highway work. Yep. That's a good state job. I mean, it's got good benefits, but it is hard work, and you're outside and in the elements. There comes Hammer in the Jeep. Hammer's headed out today. I wonder if he's got his wife and his kids there. Hammer comes over, and I got a vending machine outside my house. He comes over and supports me quite well. His daughter comes over quite often too. Last time I emptied it, it was right when I got back. I wanted to see kind of what was in there, but it was 5 big handfuls of quarters. So I haven't quite paid off the machine yet, but give it another year, so I think it'll pay for itself, and then I can start getting a little profit off that machine. But my community has been pretty happy with me putting that in there. I'm surprised that I haven't got any citations from the city. I'm actually a few miles northeast of Conway, so I don't know if the people that write those citations for not having a business license come out this way or not. But so far so good, knock on wood. But the other I've got a snack machine out there as well, and it sells some stuff, but I filled it completely full my first time, and some of the stuff had expired, so I emptied it out 2 days ago, and I'm waiting to get some new stuff. And I don't think I'll pack it full again. I'll just maybe 6, 7, 10 items or something like that, because I don't want more stuff to go expired. Check my email this morning. Let's go ahead and take a look at what I got here. There's a shift available at work tonight. I don't think I'm going to pick that up. Yeah, Saturdays are always my day off. I've requested that as my day off. It's really the only day I ask completely off. So they honor it. They're pretty good about it. I don't see a cloud in the sky. It is going to be a gorgeous day. I might have to get a pair of shorts out. I did lay out my jeans, and I may go to shorts. I want one of these bananas here, but they're still green. I like my bananas once they start turning a little bit brown, but then I can never finish them all. What I do is I end up making some banana bread. I got a banana bread recipe that I've been doing for a couple years that I really like. It's just flour, baking soda, baking powder, salt, egg, sugar, oil, the bananas, teaspoon of vanilla. Sometimes I use a pinch of cinnamon, sometimes not. And then if I have some kids over here, I throw a couple chocolate chips in there. I did buy me a cast iron skillet, my first cast iron skillet that I've ever owned. And I was watching some videos on how to cure the skillet, or you oil it and throw it in the oven and get it set up. I've yet to do all of that yet, but maybe I'll have time to get that done today. It's only a small 8-inch skillet. I just plan on using it for steaks. Get a good sear on them when it's too cold to put them out on the grill. I love fruit-based breads too. Yeah, I do too. Really, any of them. There's only a couple things that I don't like. I will eat almost anything. I don't like rutabaga. I don't like beets. There was one other thing I'd mentioned the other day to someone at work, but and someone said, "Oh, you got to try my grandmother's rutabaga." I said, "I'll try it." I can't promise you anything. And I like most fruits and vegetables. There's a fruit I tried while I was in Israel. It was called they pronounced it afarsimon, and I've tried to look it up on the internet, and I can't find what it actually is. It kind of looks like a pear, but it has small black seeds in it, like watermelon seeds, but it tastes more like a melon. And man, oh man, was it good. And it's so popular in Israel that they have icy machines, like slush puppy type of machines that they make these farsimone ices, and they have these little they look like the black seeds, but they're actually, I guess, like pieces of candy or something. Very popular in Israel. Also, the frozen iced coffees, like French vanilla iced coffees, those are very popular there. Like slushy style iced coffees, not with ice cubes. I do like traveling, being able to try new foods, different fruits and vegetables that I've never had. While I was in Canada, I saw a couple interesting stuff that was from the Dominican Republic that was shipped to Canada. I wish I could think of what it was called, but it looked like a cucumber, but it had spikes all over it. It said it had cancer fighting properties to it or whatever. I've got a big bag of rice over here still that I bought during the hurricane. Thought maybe I'd be out of power for a while, and I knew rice would go a long way. But the chicken bog, I plan on making some of that soon. I bought a whole bird, and chicken bog is a very popular dish of South Carolina. Basically just chicken, smoked sausage, rice, made into a big pot. Yeah, what you do is you boil the chicken, get your broth, and then pull your chicken out, debone it, and it's really really quite nice, and it goes a long ways. It feeds a lot of people for not that much money. Yeah, you're. I wish I could find that. Maybe it's under my Google Drive. Uh, uh, let's see. I think it was in Google Drive. Might have to back up here. Yeah, I was up in St. Catharines, Canada, and that's real close to the Niagara Falls. And that was a neat experience. My parents went there to Niagara Falls for the 35th wedding anniversary, and I just happened to have the opportunity to go there with one of my Canadian friends, and what an experience! I mean, the vibration of the water from the fall, the noise and everything is just incredible. Huge, huge place. It was nice seeing the falls from the Canadian side to the American side. I've always heard that it's prettier looking from the Canadian side. Um, I was there during Christmas. I think it was 2 years ago, and they put red and green Christmas lights on the waterfall. Quite pretty. Scrolling through my Google Drive photos. I'm not a big fan of Google Drive. Maybe I just don't know how to use it correctly because the photos should be in date order and they're just scattered all over. So when I'm looking for something, it's like scroll, 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 scroll. There's pictures of when I was in Idaho and Montana. Keep scrolling. There's I was on the Continental Divide Trail. The CDT goes from Mexico to Canada. Quite a bit longer than the Appalachian Trail. I've been on the Appalachian Trail, walked a couple miles on it. I didn't walk a long distance, but beautiful, very nice. And so was the CDT. CDT was a little bit dustier where I was at in Idaho. There's the picture. I hope it has a name. There it is. Okay, if that's the right one. Karela. Karela. Let me see if I can pull that up here. Karela. That's it. Okay. Bitter melon. Mamordica carantia is a tropical and subtropical vine of the family of Cucurbitaceae. That's a big word. Excuse me. Got a bit of a frog in my throat. Widely grown in Asia, Africa, and the Caribbean for its edible fruit. Its many varieties differ substantially in the shape and bitterness of the fruit. Bitter melon originated in India and was introduced into China in the 14th century. Very neat. Let's see its nutrition. So it is quite high in vitamin C, 53% of your daily value for 1 cup of this stuff. High in vitamin B6, 20%, and 13% of magnesium, 28% vitamin A, 2% of your calcium. I should have bought one. When I'm curious, I should have bought one. When I'm curious about something, I usually buy it and try it. But they say it's great for diabetes, which I should try to get some for my brother. My oldest brother has diabetes now. He was checking his blood, and his blood sugar was 270, and I'm like, whoa, that's a bit high, brother. And I checked mine, and mine was 86. So he needs to slow down. His whole life he was drinking a lot of soda. Our family really didn't have a whole lot of nutrition built around us. It was just pretty much whatever our parents made, we ate, and they didn't know a whole lot about nutrition. And it was we did have a garden. I mean, we had fresh fruits and vegetables, but A lot of it was fried food. We did fried pork tenderloins a lot, and French fries and pizza. Every Sunday night we had pizza, watching Hee Haw, and after church it was Hee Haw and watching pizza, sitting around drinking soda. Have I ever tried Chattanooga? I don't think I have. I was raised on beans and cornbread. Yeah, I love beans. Any type of bean. Lima bean, kidney bean, black bean, green bean. I do love beans. And I've grown to like cornbread more as I get older. When I was young, I wasn't a big fan of cornbread. I wasn't a big fan of sweet potatoes. Now I love both. Let me look it up. Chattanooga. Chattanooga. It's not a fruit. Is it a vegetable? Excuse me, I can't clear my throat here. Oh, you were raised. Have you ever been to Chattanooga? Oh, I got you. Excuse me. Chattanooga, Tennessee. Yeah, have you ever been? I don't think I have. I've been through Tennessee. I lived in Sevierville and Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg, Tennessee. I've driven through Nashville on my way south from Illinois. We go through Paducah, Kentucky, then straight down south and into Nashville, and then we cut across, I believe, on 20, all the way across Tennessee, and then on my way to the beach, we'd stop over in Pigeon Forge first, and then head over here. I'm sure I would love it. I'm sure I would love it. Yeah, population there 179,000. That's in 2017 Chattanooga, Tennessee. Look at the map here. Back up a little bit. Okay, yeah, so that's on the southern line of Tennessee. Well, I bet I've gone by it because I've been through Atlanta and then cut up north towards Tennessee. So I'm sure taking up Highway 75, and once we got back over on 24, I'm sure I've been by it. I don't think I've ever stopped there. But it's right on the river. The Tennessee River. East Chattanooga Neighborhood Association. There's the North Brainerd, Galen Heights, Eastdale, North Briar, Mark Twain, Fox Heights, Mormont Manor, Crestway, Hemp Hill, Hilltop, Missionary Ridge. Looks like there's a train depot, or yep, big train depot. Wow, there's a bunch of trains there. Right along the river. Kinco Transportation Management. Hunter Museum of American Art, Tennessee Aquarium. I like aquariums. I've been to the aquarium in Myrtle Beach and the one in Charleston. Both of them are fantastic. The one in Charleston's got some neat live animals and birds and snakes, and also the Alligator Adventure in North Myrtle Beach. That place is cool. They've got one of the largest alligators in captivity over at the Alligator Adventure in North Myrtle Beach. They also have some albino alligators. I didn't even know there was such a thing, but they've got several of those over there that they keep in a little shed because they can't have full sun on them. Oh, yes. Yes, I should know that it was the site of the Civil War battle. My brother is a history major. my twin brother. He is a history major, and he would know all about that. I've always wanted to go to a spot like that with a metal detector and see if you can't find a button or find maybe some lead from a musket or find any Civil War memorabilia would be really, really cool. Oh, that's incredible! Your great grandfather was wounded in the battle for Missionary Ridge. Wow, I just got goosebumps. That is so cool. That is so neat. Yeah, I got the chills. That's really cool. Yeah, a lot of my friends here, they have grandparents or great grandparents as well that have been in with the Confederate Army. The big argument about taking the Confederate flag down on the South Carolina Capitol House. Um, you know, I see both sides of it, but there is some history there, and people's heritage. Yeah, that Tennessee River really does whip and wind around. It is not a straight river at all. Yeah, I love national parks, and there's a huge one just to the south of Chattanooga, Chickamauga at Chattanooga National Military Park. Um, it's got a 4.8 rating. Oh, it's a historic Civil War battle site. Wow, history is awesome. So neat. Let's see if I can zoom down on this place if it'll show me anything. Oh, it's all trees. Beautiful. So they kind of preserve that. Yeah, one of our wildlife preserve areas down here, it looks like they're going to start doing building on it. I just saw a report from the WPDE um, newsroom saying that they're planning on starting that real soon. 1,200 homes, so that's going to be a eight what do you say 860 acres or 8,600 acres. I can't remember what it was. He was hit in the forehead with a musket ball, treated at field hospital, and returned to his unit. Holy cow. That is awesome. That's some bravery there. That is very, very cool. I'd say hard headed. Desjardins or Desjardins. Yeah, my grandfather and father were bullheaded. Yeah, they were hard headed too. Never want to go to the hospital. Just I'll get better. Stubborn as a mule. Oh, he was Union. Okay. Yep. That's right. I mean, I should know that. I'm from land of Lincoln, all Union up there. There's not the Mason Dixon line, right? Yeah, I've got a friend in 58th Indiana. Okay. That's so cool. That's so awesome. Great history. Thank you for the lesson. Yeah, there's just not enough taught anymore. There's my mailman. He's a little bit early. 11:15 a.m. Yeah, sometimes he doesn't show up till almost 1. Well, I'm not expecting anything. I'm sure I'll get a bill or two in the mail. Just back up in my yard. Okay. Yeah, while I was back home, it was kind of funny to see mailman walking through town. Um, we don't we don't really have that. All of our mails dropped off by the truck. I remember as a kid, our mailman, if you'd run out to the mailbox and get the mail, and our mailman would give us a piece of candy or two, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get the mail today. And go get you a piece of candy, and the our mailman over the years changed into a mail lady, and I remember going out there to get the mail, and thinking, oh, I'm gonna get a piece of candy from her, and she ended up giving me a small tube of toothpaste, a toothbrush. I was like, oh no, toothpaste and a toothbrush. That's not what I wanted. Champlain of the 58th Indiana kept a journal that was made into a book. Wow. That'd be worth reading. I'd enjoy that. My brother would too. The name of the book offhand. Champlain of the 58th Indiana. Let me see if I can pull up anything. 58th Indiana Infantry. This unit was organized at Princeton and Indianapolis, Indiana, November 12th, December 22nd, 1861, and marched into Washington, D.C. via Richmond, Virginia, April 29th through May 20th, and Grand Review, May 24th. They moved to Louisville, Kentucky, June, and there mustered out July 25th, 1865. Very, very cool. Yeah, I see some information over there. My brother would be excited to be in the room right now hearing all this. Yeah, my dad had a metal detector. He actually brought it to Myrtle Beach one year when he come to visit, and we went through my front yard and we found, I think it was like 80 some cents, and none of the coins were really that old, but we found a Budweiser can that had sunk in the ground about a foot, a couple nails, some screws, and just some miscellaneous metal stuff. But while I was back in Illinois this past month, I said, Mom, do you still have Dad's metal detector? And she's like, yeah, it's back in the back closet. And so I said, could you bring that up to Carthage if you remember to next time you come up? And so she brought it up and took it outside, ran it for about a minute, and the battery's like, battery low, and shut off. So we went and got a couple 9-volt batteries and ran through my brother's yard, and we got like $1.80. I was surprised. $1.80 is mostly quarters, and we found a couple nails, got that out of the yard, and there was like some other metal debris that was over there. But yeah, to go to one of these sites and be able to use a metal detector there, I know it's probably been swept through a million times. People have already done it, but you never know. It could be, you could try it somewhere else and hit something really, really cool. Oh, you're a former genealogist. Yes, my grandmother is all about genealogy. She made her big binder book of the background on her family side. It's my step grandmother, so it's not directly my bloodline, but it has got me intrigued about my background. My dad's brother, Uncle Denny, he did the oh, what is the DNA test swab thing? You mail it in and they let you know your background, which I thought that was pretty neat. I have yet to do mine. I don't know if I really want a company or whatever to know about me. Maybe they already do know. I don't know, but I do like the idea of, going back and finding where you came from. I only thing I know what I am, where I was told growing up, is that we were Pennsylvania Dutch. And I've always thought the last name Rankin sounded German, but maybe it's not. Maybe it was something else before it got put at Rankin. Rankin. Yeah, Rankin. There's actually a lawyer, two lawyers here in Conway. It's the Rankin and Rankin law firm. And it's funny, when I go around town, people, will ask my last name and, oh, you're related. Are you related to the lawyers? No, I'm not, but wish I was. But yeah, it's kind of fun. I was at the dentist office getting some work done. I'm getting my teeth cleaned, and I had a piece of a wisdom tooth that was left in. I went to Israel to get not to get a wisdom tooth pulled, but I was in it while I was in Israel. I had a tooth bothering me. Got a wisdom tooth pulled. The X-ray said there was nothing left in there, but it was so painful. I was on pain meds for weeks, and I said, "There's got to be something in there." Went back to the same dentist. He did another X-ray. Said, "Oh no, it's clear." And when I got back to the States, it was still bothering me. It started to get a little infection in the tooth, and I said, "There's got to be something up with this." Went to a dentist here. He found the piece, and within, like, I don't know, I was there at the doctor's office maybe 45 minutes. He's like, "This won't take but a second," and numbed me up and pulled it out, and been feeling great after that. But the point of that story was that people at the dentist office are like, "Oh, Rankin." They're like, "How's your family doing?" And I knew that they were thinking about the Rankins here in Conway. And I'm like, "Oh yeah, they're doing great. Yep, they're wonderful. Thanks for asking." I never did tell them, like, "Oh, I'm not related to the Rankins here." Listen to her stories now. You might be interested in her stories too late. No, you're right. No, you're exactly right. Yep, she has gone to quite a few cemeteries and taken pictures back. I can't remember how many generations back, but she has tracked down a lot. She's done a lot of work, and I appreciate all the hard work she does. Well, I finished my coffee. My stomach is empty. I better get some food, and then we'll make me a couple eggs here. Fried egg or scrambled egg? I think I want to scramble today. Do I want 2 eggs or 3 eggs? I'm going to do 2. 3, I'll get sleepy. Oh, I shouldn't have thrown all my bacon in the freezer. Darn it. Let me pull one of those out. I'll have bacon tomorrow. Yep. I froze all 4 packs. I've been looking around for the longest time for a butter container like my mom has. It's made by Tupperware. You got a plastic top on it, and you can, when you pull off the top, you can put it underneath the tray, and then it's got a spot for your butter knife to sit on. And I've been looking around for one of those. They just don't make them anymore. Not that I actually have to have that one. I like it. I hear my neighbor's kitty cat meowing. He's at my door. Yeah, Adam's gone, so he's probably missed his breakfast. Scramble those eggs, put a little pepper in there. All right. I might as well make a couple pieces of toast. Yeah, we just got an Aldi's grocery store, and I am super excited about it. We grew up with Aldi's in Illinois, and we didn't have them in South Carolina until this past year. And so I am very happy. It saves me a ton of money. I got some avocados from Aldi for 79 cents. Other grocery stores like Food Lion or any of those other grocery stores, they got them $1 or more a piece. All right, got my butter in the skillet. Butter's melted. Eggs are whipped. Eggs going in. Beautiful. Rinse. Spatula, where are you, spatula? There we go. Start the toast. Oh, I forgot I've got some paper plates. I don't have to dirty any dishes. For a lot of years, my family did our bacon in the microwave. We had like this bacon tray, and it worked pretty well. But I have found that I like doing it in the oven. I do it on a cookie sheet with aluminum foil on it. I get the oven to 400 degrees, about 10 minutes in my oven, and it makes perfect bacon. And it's easy cleanup. Just throw the aluminum foil away. Eggs are looking good, nice and fluffy. Got me a new nonstick skillet. Man, I'm glad I got it because the old one was worn out. There we go. Eggs are done, just like that. Toast is working. Give me a little salt on there. Okay, Patty, have yourself a lovely day. Thank you for chatting this morning. I'm going to eat breakfast, probably get showered, do a little laundry, go check about that turkey shoot. And then I will try to have some company this evening, and we'll maybe just sit around and play some music and make some s'mores and cook some hot dogs over the fire. Thank you for checking in with me, Patty. Have yourself a lovely day, and we'll see you down the road. If you have a sandwich maker, it makes great bacon. Oh, I like a George Foreman. I've got one of those. I should try that. Yeah, I should try that. Go towel. I gotta get out of here. It's after 10:30, and I got a few things to do. My granddaughter is at her mommy and daddy's house. Thanks for the company. You're welcome. Thank you for checking in. Oh, Uncle Nate in the room. Hello. Never forget 9/14/2018. Hashtag team shirt, team shirt, team shirt, team shirt. Uncle Nate, have you seen the shirt and towel pics of the tears around the carabiners? I put them in the last link. I don't know if you had seen that or not. If you haven't seen it, I can repost those to the chat room. Just got some breakfast made. I've got some scrambled eggs here, a couple pieces of toast. Not doing anything crazy. I was going to have some bacon, but like a dummy, I threw all 4 packages of bacon in the freezer yesterday. So no bacon for me today. It's thawing in the refrigerator. We'll have bacon tomorrow. Already threw my first cup of coffee. Threw my first slice of toast. Halfway through my eggs. Today is the turkey shoot. We are going to a competition today. Around 6 o'clock, we are going to shoot at targets with a 12 gauge. And whoever can blow the biggest hole into the target closest to the center wins a turkey or a ham. I've got 2 bone-in hams in the freezer right now, so I guess I'll get a turkey if I win. I'm looking forward to trying that out today. It's my first time doing a turkey shoot. I'm going to bring a couple friends with me. It'll be their first time as well. Man, I got some fruit flies in here that are annoying me. Maybe I need a little bleach down my drain. A little vinegar. Welcome to the room. It is 11:43 a.m. in Conway, South Carolina, November 3rd. It is warming up quickly. When I got up this morning, it was 49 degrees. Let's see an update here. Let's see an update today. Let's refresh this. It says 57, but I think it's a little bit warmer. High of 64 today. I might have to get out my shorts. I did win 10 tickets to the Comedy Cabana to see Brad Trackman yesterday. I've got myself and my friend Camila and Nick. They are going with me. So it looks like I have 7 more tickets. Anybody in the area that wants to go, maybe I should put a post on my Facebook. I still have 7 tickets left for... No, I don't know if I want to let everyone know that. If you know what I mean. Been a wonderful morning talking with Patty this morning. She gave me some really neat history info about her great grandfather being in the war there, the old Civil War. Mm-hmm. You know what I do need to do? I need to write this on my list. Is make more homemade laundry detergent. If you aren't making your own laundry detergent and you want to save hundreds of dollars a year, there are plenty of recipes online for a liquid laundry detergent. And I agree, it doesn't smell like Tide. But it does smell nice and it gets your laundry clean. I can make a 5-gallon bucket of liquid laundry detergent for under $8. This 5-gallon bucket of laundry detergent for myself, because it's just me here, lasts me over half a year. We're talking huge, huge savings. That money I can spend on guitar strings. I can spend on guitar cables. Or, you know, whatever you want to spend it on. Spend it on your expensive Starbucks coffee. I'm not going to. You know, I like doing things cheap. You know, I was raised with a grandfather who lived through the Depression. So we waste not, want not type of thing. Trying to find ways to save money any way we can, always. I like to reduce, reuse, and recycle. I also like to upcycle. That term is fairly new for some. I like to take one person's trash and make it my own treasure. Most things people think are broke that go in the trash, they just don't have the hand skills or the knowledge to take a couple minutes to figure it out. I have oh, got a ding ding. I'm getting all these notifications. I've noticed that already a bunch of my neighbors are taking down their Halloween stuff. I thought that people would stick around a little bit longer with their Halloween stuff, but effort equals results. I'm sure his stuff isn't down yet. He had a beautiful home. If anyone wants to see his YouTube videos, I think he may have one or two over there on his page. That's effort equals results on YouTube. He did some really nice stuff. Every year he does a really nice yard for Halloween. His son this year was Jack, looking good with his Jack mask on. I thought I was going to have to cut the grass when I got back, but look, it is not growing. It has turned brown, and I'm okay with that. I had plenty of grass cutting this year, and I think what I'll do is drain the fuel out of my lawnmower. Maybe I'll cut it one more time, just the high spots, and then drain the fuel out and winterize those. I do need to winterize my trailer as well. I've got a couple spots on the outside that I need to cover up, keep these cats from going underneath there. They want to step outside and go ahead and take a look at the mail. I saw the mailman came by, see what bills we got here. I don't think I can finish my eggs or my toast. Thank you for tuning in. I will be RB. One piece of mail, and it is not a bill. My bank, South State Bank, they've been trying to get me to go paperless. And I know it's probably better for the trees and what have you, but they took away my free checks. I've been with them about 15 years, and you got to pay for your checks. And that's been a couple years going now. But when I get to the counter, if it's a new teller, they always ask, "Would you like to go paperless, sir?" Well, yeah, I'll go paperless when I get my free checks back. I don't know. It's kind of petty, but, you know. A turkey buzzard out there flying around. Yeah, I was going to go to the Upside Down house today. I don't think I'm going to make that. Won't have to head out here, drive down the road. I was looking for information on that turkey shoot to see when it started. But I think I'll leave this camera rolling for a little while. I'll leave the house. I'll come back. If I end up actually going into town, I'll shut it off. But I'll leave this run for a little bit. And see whoever wants to chime in the chat room. Hashtag team shirt all the way.